So we've got a new term coming out of Bessemer and Silicon Valley, which is now not focused on lofty valuations, but something more real called revenue. Like this was a brand new epiphany for Silicon Valley. Let's see what the term is. Another example of markets shifting the definition of success, literally just in like weeks time, months time here. You know, these poor startup founders, how do you even know where your true star north is? And I think the answer is you can't listen to the VCs, because the VCs, these guys change their story every few months, right? The Fed starts doing something different. VCs change their story, act like, oh, well, you should have always been not burning money and just lighting money on fire and chasing growth. Like, yeah, that was obviously not the right thing to do, startup founder. I mean, the VC community is such hypocrites. And so now, you got this Bloomberg article here, tech's $1 billion unicorns eclipsed by Centaurs. We got a new name. Now, it isn't just about being a unicorn with $1 billion valuation. Now it's about having $100 million in annual recurring revenue. There are over 2,400 unicorns with $1 billion valuations and $1 billion exits, so public or private. There are over 1,200 privately owned unicorns, so they're not public yet. And there are 489 Centaurs, which have $100 million in annual recurring revenue. And that is the hot metric to chase is revenue. That's this whole thing on Centaurs. Now, it's not just about chasing that big valuation, but yeah, you need revenue. I mean, really? Like that, it's so ridiculous. How would you get $1 billion valuation? You would think that that your valuation is based on revenue and revenue growth, or if you're not a SaaS business, it could be based on your GMV or volumes. But yeah, now what's in vogue is you need revenue. Oh, shocker. Thanks, Bessemer. Didn't know that. If you can tell, don't really appreciate all this rhetoric. These VCs, by the way, benefit when founders light money on fire, because then that means they need more money. It gives more leverage to the VCs to decide if they want to give them more money and at what terms. So now that these VCs are saying, oh, yeah, you got to button down the hatches, they've all been saying the same thing. For any VC to say, oh, no, yeah, we were different. We weren't SoftBank, right? Like, you were all saying the same thing, just to varying degrees, just saying like, oh, well, SoftBank was saying to just go completely insane. But the VC community, basically at large, or the large majority of them, probably all of them, was saying, yes, spend the money, you need the growth. SoftBank is in its own league, but still, honestly, the rhetoric was not that different. Now everyone likes to say, oh, yeah, look, yeah, changing the goalposts, per usual. Will the Centaur thing catch on? Probably not. Fluff brought to you by Bloomberg and Bessemer Ventures. If you like this video, calling out VC hypocrisy, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned on much more reporting on that topic, because we're just getting started.